we have another day, another stream, streaming again, Deadfire, Pillars of Eternity 2. So last time we ran off, we got to the new city, had a couple ship battles, discovered basically how at least boarding combat works. We might see some more ship-to-ship combat, might try that this time. Got a couple quests under my pocket, and you know, mostly actually bounties. So I wonder if those are randomly generated or each one of those are specifically generated in this game. This game seems very much like a crafted game, so I'm going to suspect most of these are not going to be randomly generated. They're going to be generated by the team themselves, the people who crafted. I'm trying to remember. Obsidian makes this game. Yeah, Obsidian makes this game. And those guys are classic, RPG makers. A lot of those guys, if you're a big fan of RPGs, classic RPGs, they're behind lots of the, classic RPGs. Actually, they were good. Larian Studios, which makes the Divinity series, they're also very, very good. A big fan of those guys. I was actually very excited to hear that those guys will be working, making the next Baldur's Gate. So that's awesome. It's very, very good that, the Baldur's Gate is a very good series, and I think Larian is a fine studio to be making that. I don't think it's going to be this generation of console. I think it's going to be next gen. I hope it comes directly to consoles instead of what happens to a lot of these games, which is they go to PC and then later, maybe even a year, sometimes 6 months, depending on the studio, they backtrack. But anyway, so here we are. We're just talking to the map maker earlier, as we agreed to help him make maps. So I'm not quite sure what exactly that's going to pertain. He did send me off to go and, explore the seas near the starting area and check out the 2 islands. So we might go ahead and just do that. I was looking for this one guy though. This lady, had a quest for me to find her brother, and I guess he's some drunk layabout, and he's kind of hard to find. So we'll see. I also found an alternate way to get in, but I wanted to see if we can get in on Cloud rather than, Guile. So we'll see how we get in this time. I think I set up originally for us to get in through Guile, and we could have most definitely, snuck in and kind of jumped forward, but I think we're gonna explore a little bit more, see if we can't find this guy. If not, explore, do the map maker's quest next. Let's see what we can, get a little bit more time on the ship, get a little bit more time with the crew. So yeah, and I will say, this run has been pretty. I've been trying to stay away from, information about the game, which can be kind of hard, in general. Especially since I'm the type of person, I would have most definitely read some ideas about how to build characters and, other people's ideas, and not necessarily because I couldn't co-op with my own, but I just like to see what people think, see what, people think are important, so forth and so on. And, tried out a bunch of builds before I got to, the one I was going to be 100% stick with.
I've noticed you seem to be frequently at odds with others in your order.
Some of my brethren don't understand why I gotta do what I do. But I'm not beholden to them.
I can certainly sympathize.
Yeah, we gotta get the fast mode on. So although it makes them, run around like crazy, it's still better to do this than whatever. Yeah. Oh, maybe they're in this estate. Maybe he's hanging out at someone else's house. We'll see. Also, we did get another party member last time, but I was super disappointed to come to find out that guy wasn't you can't see me doing the little air quotes, a real party member with backstory and likes and dislikes, and so I didn't add him to the squad, even though he was super, cool sounding. He was a dwarf potter, he was in the massage parlor and stuff like that. And like I was super in, I was super there for it. I was super there for it, but they weren't there for me. So you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey. And how I feel about that, gotta do what gotta do. I'm the type of person, if there's lore, story content to be seen, to be experienced, I tend to jump at it. I tend to like to get deep into the world and, deep into the lore and stuff like that. So if there's a chance at it, most likely I'm gonna take it. So spell right, scribe. Right. We are running around at night, so I do know sometimes we try to talk to people at night in their beds, unlike other RPGs where, you try to talk to people at night in their bed, they'll get up and just start talking to you and whatever. Like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Perfectly good time to talk to the stranger, have a cordial conversation with him in the middle of the night, but they're not really into it so much in this game. They actually care with their day and night cycle, so we're not gonna, we might be rejected, rebuffed even. So we'll see what information we can get. But yeah, so I've been finding that, most of the characters tend to have more ranged options than melee options, but the wizards, that cast time actually changes a lot about this game. Having cast time on spells. Although I thought it would be easier because, you know, now that, they can't move around, at least I thought they couldn't move around. Um, it would make it much easier for me to play a wizard, play the spellcaster type. So like, well, I put down a spell, they won't be able to move before the spell goes off. But they made sure they get a chance. Sometimes they get a chance to move before the spell goes off, and that's super annoying to me. I kind of really just like all 100% spell based. Well, it's still turn based, but I would have probably preferred if they had less agency. That might sound, terrible, but it's true. Yeah. Anyone there? Doesn't seem like anyone's there. Is the door locked? No. Guard.
Ah, a new face in the Valera halls.
Can I fetch your service?
Courtly manners are welcome here. My time is not inexhaustible, but I am willing to spare it. What can I do for you?
What does your family do for the train company?
Valera ships escort goods and merchants from island to island across Deadfire. The Principe dogs show us their stern whenever they spot Valera colors on the horizon.
Leave it to a swabby from the Republics to think a pirate showing them their rear be a compliment.
Okay, I'm coming. Ah, my
So, you really have much to say to me. Still haven't found this lady's friend. Oh, or not lady's friend, her brother. I wonder if he's gonna be in a totally different part of town. He could have totally been, because this I do know. I remember about the other town. It says although I'm in a small part right now, it's broken up quite a bit. So I probably have to move to a different part of town to find them. Yeah. I wonder what the different districts are here. I remember in the last game they had a district, I think, basically of just the dead. Things had gotten so bad there that you basically had to free an entire district because it just got overrun. So I wonder if there's, and the last town had a district where it was just, there was so much water, it was so over flooded that you had to basically everyone had abandoned the place. So I wonder what this is going to be. If this will be have a similar district. It's just a district where things are just went to hell, and people don't go there. You have to get a quest in order to go there. I wonder if that's something that's going to be here. I would assume, because this is supposed to be the capital city, there's nothing like that here. But it's also 50-50 chances, even more of a reason there's something like that here. So we'll see. So this is... I wonder if so, I believe we have 3 of those characters in our party. I wonder if we're close to meeting any of those other 2. The glowy sword chick and rifle lady. See, even in this picture, range combat, we have 4 ranged combatants and 1 melee combatant. I think this is very kind of heavily put towards melee combat. It's not as sticky as some games where you have mostly melee and then you have a bit of range, a couple of spellcaster. There's in this game how many different spellcasters? Now that I think about it, I think most of the classes are primary, are big spellcasters.
Which one of us am I thinking of now?
You be thinking of the Watcher.
Huh?
That's 10 in a row. That's some talent you got.
Aye, the talent of noticing who you be glancing at before you ask me who you be thinking of.
Have you heard about the commotion at the palace?
Of course. Something about Luminous Adra.
A giant made of Luminous Adra.
All I know is that they're all at each other's throats up there.
Why are you running? Oh, okay. Oh, I think I found him. Alright. Against the box drop of Jerry Ruth, a young woman raises her arms in the air of a practiced drama before her 2 men stand across from each other, mirroring
You
the
both
skulls.
attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
Woman trails off as you approach. You find yourself sudden target of
I
the
did
crowd's
not send
attention.
for anyone to preside over our contest.
No? You didn't hire a bodyguard, coward. We have business. What do you want?
You're to fetch Lataro. Nera is looking for him. A few chuckles arise from the bodies and Lataro flushed with
His
embarrassment.
family keeps you on a tight leash, Laro. Will getting impaled on a Valera blade prove something to them?
What's your words, Oaf? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on valiant terms.
Glasses are directions for
Small
the
wonder
noise.
the old empire collapsed in civil strife, if this is the Valian way.
And how do your colonies fare, Adira?
Kill each other if you like. I'm not getting involved.
Finoma, I am ready to cross swords if you are, Lara.
Gelarde, shall we resume?
Do the squirrel off, intently circling each other. Stocky also moves with a heavy stride, while Laurels takes precise measured steps. Take opportunities to reach the opponents. You know the sweat on Laura's upper lip and the furrow of concentration, cleaving Charles' bottom. Explain to how to start with the duel. You maneuver through the crowd with the ease and find an uninterrupted view of the scaling conflict. Once the swords are delivered to their respective bearers, seconds back away in a melancholy stance. The duelists cross swords and bow in salute. Draco moments ends in a burst of motion. Watch a little longer. As Laura trade fierce jabs, giving up any pretense of playing to the crowd. A hard downward thrust Lataro's blade clattering to the ground. Without hesitation or an offering to yield, Lazaro runs his blades through Lastaro's heart, cleft the grass as the gas rises as the audience says Lataro sinks to the ground.
Not bragging or laughing anymore, are you, Laro?
He said a bloody word, and an uncertain expression across his face. Satan. Things to do usually end with someone dying.
What's done is done. I will take shelter in the estate until this calms down. At least that's one less Bardato for us to worry about.
Also frowns and signals intended to leave. Guess I could have done something there. Probably can't get in through Cloud now. Now that I let her brother die just in front of me. Yeah, probably not gonna be getting in through my sweet words. Even though I talked myself into helping. I didn't help in any way. Just watched the guy die. Uh-oh. I was kinda hoping he would just win. Well, see how this goes down.
Laro is gone, claimed before his time by Valera aggression.
He'll be missed, I'm sure.
There can be no peace while civilized kith turn on each other.
20 degrees is thoughtful silence.
Will do.
The newcomer. I thought you might visit. Lady Izali Bardato. Custom dictates, I say, at your service. But I have not the time for such lies.
You guys were the coolest person who stands at the fattest boys. Probably not happy that I let her kid just die.
You were present at the altercation where my Laro died.
For instance, her gaze flicks downwards
When
away from me.
Valera and Bardato cross each other, only blood and sorrow remain.
See your families ever making peace? I see your point.
Word has spread fast about the little spectacle at the docks. You've certainly caught everyone's attention. Perhaps the Watcher of Cadnua and House Bardato can help one another.
What is it you want? Everyone wants something.
Queen's Beth whispers of a Valera plot against my family. Something grander than pointless duels. You are a newcomer to the Deadfire, uniquely positioned to loosen Valera tongues.
Tribes are chanting regards your third.
Zilli Valera strums a lute by the watchtowers. A meek-tempered boy. Fonder of some drink than the family business. He might spill something of his family's affairs.
Pretty good word, man. That's the deal.
I'll have it taken care of at once.
Tips and calls and make a quick mark on the documents.
May it open doors for you. Try not to alert the Valeras of our knowledge. That is the point of involving an outside agent.
I noticed something unusual. Attention is drawn to as it does. Among the sort of ledger documents is a brass seal, still driven from heated wax. This may have dried an almond-shaped pattern resembling the shape of an eye fridge with bird feathers. Nictitating membrane flakes across the surface of barely perceptible.
Are you still with me?
Your desk. Sorry, I lost focus for me.
Well, I will endeavor to hold your interest next time.
About your few.
Fratello doesn't make my affairs any easier with his wayward ambitions.
Emotions here to continue. Would you be willing to speak to Otello?
Oh dear. You're serious, aren't you? You think I'd put myself in pistol range of that old imp?
I can speak with you, with him on your behalf, convince him to see reason.
I think you overestimate how much of my trust you currently enjoy. More pleasant subjects, I hope.
Well established here.
Ugh. My bank shoulders the costs of the Valian Trading Company's operations in the Deadfire. It is said that no Valian may wipe themselves unless a Bardato signature approves it first.
If that's true, we gotta stop shaking hands with them.
I'm certain you've touched worse, farmhand.
Well, Switch is just Iceberg. Why the patrol feuding anyway?
Because we do not belong in the same business. The Valeras are opportunists reaping the rewards of happenstance. They're little better than the pirates they're charged with slaying.
Better is self-deception, mayhaps.
Interesting.
What for, Cap?
Well. Talk to this old guy. Oh, let's see. If I can remember where the watchtowers are, actually. Liven him up. Get him to talk and get some stuff going. It should be simple enough. Though I'm half curious to see what the other group will offer me. I would have gotten in if I just brought the guy back, though. I'm kind of doing more harm than good. Guess that's what happens when you choose to be too neutral. Things just happen anyway. Well, interesting to see what happens. Yeah, nothing's better than fighting a dragon than fighting an undead dragon. We ain't gonna fight one of those anytime soon, probably.
Care for a fish or two, stranger? Today's catch, ripped straight from the hands of the salty wench.
Welcome! Venturing out past the city. You'll want supplies, crab traps or the like for larger game, I warrant.
Let me see what you got.
Of course. Take...
Clay grub figurine. Try. It uses means it eventually runs out.
Dora must think I work for free. Be with you in just a... Almost had it. Damn your eyes.
Let's go outdoor gingerly past and splinter and stand better.
Hazard of the work, really.
And frustrating.
Came in on the sloop? I can hammer your ship together if you're apt to pay me for it.
His teeth and grinds, hard nose or something. Trouble with a client?
Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower. While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her coin. And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal.
Sometimes I heard the bear and self-administered punishment.
I don't get Redora's payment. I might as well start carving my swallow net.
Interesting. Huh. I guess a discount on your labor. Dora, deal with the virus, everything. Deal they offer.
One where I mend Principe ships and no others.
Any Rhinofoot shipwright will be eager for an exclusive contract. In particular, one with clients disposed towards getting their ships shot to shit and shot again.
Folk like that come by coin easy, only to lose it all again. I'm not sinking my business on the say-so of a pack of puffed-up bilge rats. Bastards are driving away business until I give in.
Barbara's commission. Solve
Aye,
problems.
but only once she fesses up that she doesn't have the coin.
Stefan appeared.
Call me a fool for holding out hope. She's an old client and a friend. Because I've got a backlog of work through the next turning of the wheel. And I'm old, damn it. These hips won't carry me to the mare and back without a fight.
In other words, we need to go to the Wild Mare. Well, that's just fine and dandy.
Mare's a right popular place. There are worse favors I could ask.
Just tell me your...
You do that? A fair price goes without saying, Cully.
Taking his hand from up here.
It all comes down to blasted pans and pyres in the end, doesn't it?
Cool. Why he keeps rejecting it.
Will do. Oh, this is just liquor. Down here.
Apologies, Lord, if I intrude upon your peace. Inspiration eludes me still. If you are after some scenery, I suggest the far end of the bridge. It smells better when the wind blows in from the sea, of course.
Got some questions.
Oh, sure. What about?
having trouble with the bottles, right?
Guess that means you've spent at least an hour or two in town. Maybe, I don't know. I just don't have a mind for strategy. Whatever Persa's cooking up, it's only going to make things worse.
Persa?
I caught Cousin Persa running her mouth off about the job Belder got her involved in. Persa's been spending time in the gullet, in the tavern down there. Maybe she could tell you more. Sorry. I guess you got a mouthful, huh? I really ought to get back to my loot.
It's both harder and easier. Nice.
I've got it.
Nope. The wild mare. What's the gullet? Is it was the same as the wild mare? Sounds like a proper noun, but I'm not quite sure. It could be. Could also be something entirely different. I didn't even see anything called the gullet. I could have lied, but I don't think it was necessary. Got the information from the kid. I think that was all I was going to get out of him anyway. He probably doesn't know much. That's why he just told me and blathered out. Kid's trying to make music. He probably doesn't care about that stuff. I'm probably for the best for it. There you are.
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, amigo.
Within this iteration, tank and archer back and forth the tornado don't expect them. Holding his pose with nothing to show for it, she taps the tank in his face and rubs her brow in apparent emptiness. Her fan shakes his hand, focuses attention down
Madico, it is no wonder I thirst.
Now through the back of her head, eyes wide and yours.
Why do you stare?
The next grog's on me.
A grassino. Even in the oasis I am parched. If you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
Yet another reminder that not every seaworthy vessel will be crewed up to the standards of the sorcerer.
I need the best tedious. Maybe I must have recovered myself.
Then may the Lady of Lament speed you along.
I assume that was as much fun as the rest of the cards.
The fun ran dry with the coin. When the dancers see more than an empty purse, I will be a content Rador.
So I'm glad you're dead.
Merla, and he hired muscle. Sientere, but you are too late to collect. A gang in the northern alley stole every coin. I cannot hire a crew, much less repay Zamar.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
Wizard lights drew me like a moth to the alley north of the wild mare. The blow to the back of the head that followed, Merla, it hurt. Then a wolf sat on my chest while a group of thugs went through my pockets.
Wolf?
Ah, It growled like a thunderstorm and drooled on my uniform. I stumbled back here and traded all I had left for the comforts of the mare.
So many times surprised one could just be gang connected?
If they wanted Zamar to thirst for coin, it is possible. Botzos will regret it when I turn my cannons to their mast.
Those the cannons you'll be waiting for Zamar to cast you? Because I'd be seeing more holes in that plan than in any Principe mast's future or no.
Games quarrels with the gates, bro.
When you got their leader, tell them Radora sent you.
I'm not songs. No. I could be totally gone on a wild goose chase. Either she's a very good liar or the worst liar. Not quite sure. Could it be either at this point? Also, didn't find the other guy I was talking to. So the gullet must not be there. We'll go over here, and then we'll try to find the gullet. The gullet might be another place in town. So. So we'll see what happens. Shame that guy died. Guess I could have helped him. What happens if I help the opposite team? That's such an interesting predicament.
You return. Can I be of service?
Where's the area map? Back alley's up here. Super north. Wait. Is that a commoner or person? Commoners and paupers are people too. Just named people. RPGs, if you don't have a name, okay, you're not important. It's just how life is. That's it. Alley. I think it was this guy.
Close enough.
As long as reaches where dagger tucked in her back pocket. That's how we thought she didn't find you. Oh, there, no need for that.
Perfetto. Smarter than you look. Can't be too careful. Queen's birth has an edge to her.
What about the local pirates?
Ugh, if they are the same ones who robbed Radora blind. The boss and his wolf sleep their fun off by day. But by night, he and his botzel friends keep to the alley giving out bruises for coin.
Just in opposite direction. You could use this.
Agrasima. That'll staunch my pains for an evening at least. Nasenale. I've never had a roof over my head longer than an evening. I guess cutting me loose was cheaper on my parents than a passage back to the Republics. Or a few bites of bitter squash.
Trouble, kid. During the daytime. Could wait. Let's look at that map. Yep, the Gullet's place. Oh, and it's locked. Brass Citadel, Sacred Stair, Serpent's Crown. Let me see.
Sure.
Oh, let's go talk to our sponsor. See if this is more information that could help. Anyway, tell this, and she sends me off to their locked place, the Gullet. That's probably where a lot of ruffians. The Gullet doesn't sound like a nice, breezy place to be. No, it says I'm going down to the Gullet. Gonna have a good old time. It's probably where you go and get a knife and a kidney. Pretty sure the Gullet's where you go get a knife and a kidney. Maybe sometimes not even just your kidney. Maybe your friend's kidney. It's when you hate's kidney. I have it.
My intelligence speaks of agitated whispers in the Valera household.
Plot against your house.
Have on then, and don't leave me in suspense. The next time you want to bait my interest.
So that wasn't enough info. So I have to find a way to get into the Gullet if I want to progress that. And if I move forward, they'll just let me in. I really doubt it. If I don't, then there's best thing is to try and wait and see what I can get until nightfall. See if I can bust these guys open. They head open, by the way. That's a dead end. Could also go back down to the ship. To the beginning. I do have quite a few quests in my back pocket at the moment. Been spending more money, haven't gained any. Haven't completed any of these quests yet. guess I'm waiting. Why did it just freeze like that? Let's try this again.
Behold, Aethys is risen again. He is glorious in form and purpose.
Yeah. It's really chugging. You do not got me to believe that this game would have made
Behold,
a PS4.
Aethys is risen again.
PS4
He is glorious in form and purpose.
So let's try waiting again. Why can't I? It's weird. I was able to... Now they allow me to make decisions. This is weird.
So she asked him what he calls that trick, and he says, the consueli. You the one causing trouble in Cotter's neighborhood?
Officer, with his eye, raises his ankles and brows. He shows his best ears, all while keeping his focus
I
trained
thought
on me.
Remaro's pup kept better company.
Ahoy, friend. So you still be doing that old referring to yourself by name thing? Would have thought it'd have cost you enough lays by now to be dropping that affectation.
Wow.
Cotter has not missed the sound of your voice, Seraphin. Your smoke and miracles do not impress Kaletzia, and they do not scare Cotter.
And the troops down between the wolves bear.
Sorry, Valian names all sound the same to me. Which one is the pretty wolf?
You'll know soon enough.
It's amusing. This is enough for death. To find some amusing. This is enough for Tef.
Cotter likes you already. What do you want?
Nice wolf.
Siletzia is Cotter's heart. She is his rage and his spirit.
Wow, Fedora. Summon Zazmar.
Zamar has money problems. Cotter has solutions. The little man doesn't know how to count his coins. Cotter heard a newcomer was talking with Zamar.
Oh, this towards the
Wrong play, Cotter. Let's be keeping this as friendly fucking chats. Lest the captain be calling your raise.
First hand,
Look, Siletzia. Your supper comes with blue fur. Tell the shipwright to accept Cotter's deal before he suffers another setback.
Business guy. I'll sew your wolf into a pair of boots. Shakes his beard.
Not Siletzia.
Then he goes to the scuff of his companions and rests his jungle razor remains They try
There's
to
better
convince.
ways to scare him than threatening innocents.
Kosi, and whose side are you on? Your Casita or the wolf? No one threatens Carter, you overstuffed boil.
Mercy compared to what I have planned for you. And his further studies.
This one's not worth it.
He whistles through his teeth. His crew abruptly lowers his weapons and stand down.
Kata is done with you.
Ahoy there. Any news worth telling?
I'm just going to leave you alone.
Best news I've heard since I arrived on this rock. What of Captain Redora? Has she sobered up yet? Or do we need to shake her by her ankles?
She was robbed. I'll hold it against her.
Robbed? Abidon's fists. Someone's feeling bold to prey on a captain in Queen's birth. Matters being what they are, Redora's commission is yours, if you can afford it.
Interested in seeing.
That'll be the Iron Thunderer. A cannon well-deserved of her name. Maybe she doesn't stand up to Rawatai standards, but she's got heart. For 1,000 pyres, she'll crack a hull, scour a sail, or splinter a deck like an imp with something to prove.
That's my reward for helping you.
1,000 is plenty less than I offered the seasoned captain. You seem to know the value of an honest day's work. Tear 500 off the cost.
Okay, I'll take it.
You will? I mean, you will.
Yeah,
your vessel will spit fire like a worm with a belly full of fire kelp.
Okay, good.
Well, come take a look.
Calling dragon wing sails. Backwood hull. Bonfire hull. Red tree. Interesting. Ship maintenance. Four turns. Three turns. 47. 69. Let's go to the secret stair. You know, someone says accuracy, I thought you said bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is a stat in this game. You know, some this is the type of game, it could be a stat. Really could. See, another mission. Still didn't make money. Spent some more money.
When I was little, me and my brothers used to spend hours chasing each other through the Merkberry fields. Don't think a day went by I didn't have a skinned knee or a bleeding elbow.
Well, we did that sometimes. Only my brother usually had a hand in the bleeding.
He older or younger than you? Either way, I bet he's just as strapping.
Older. Was older. Then Raid Sarah's invaded.
Oh, I mean, of course, it's gone, but I'm so sorry.
Adolf Entry, you go to visit the Luminous bathhouse, yes?
Luminous what?
Tiverus. Do you not know it? The waters, they glow with the light of Luminous Adra. It can heal nearly any malady, I have heard. You must see it for yourself, and maybe you do Degnos a favor while you are there.
Why can't you go?
My satchel. Like a fool, I left it inside. My ship is due to sail from Nekataka with the next high tide. If I do not find it, my Kasita will surely throw me overboard. Merla, I cannot swim. I would go by myself, but the guards, they bar the doors to me without my Kasita present. They think I am a thief.
How's your Kasita to retrieve it then?
I would rather her not discover my incompetence.
I'm sure she's well aware. Are you a thief?
No, of course not. Gelade, you mean it? Agrasima, I am in your debt. There is one thing. Madiko, how could I have forgotten? If you could, do not open the satchel. The contents are... The information is proprietary. You understand?
You asked for a favor and attempt to dictate the term of his fulfillment.
No, I would not dare. You do me a great service, Aimiko. I am not so good at Ideiren, yes? Forgive my clumsy words. Please, when you find the satchel, meet me at Peddler's Canal in Queensberth.
On it.
Guess I'm going to the bathhouse now. You know, what a photocopying spell. Why I didn't come up with that. I think that's the first spell you'd come up with is a scribe spell. Kind of good and tall and carefully compose my aggressive mode and center of its spray glows faintly. Of those who turn a single robes and immaculate cleanness. Speak to a deep well of vanity.
Welcome, welcome. I am Ganor, owner and proprietor of the Luminous Bathhouse. If there's any way I might make your visit more comfortable, you need only ask.
Try a bath?
Of course you would. Just speak with the steward near the stairs. He will make certain you are treated well.
You boy named Dagonos?
Casita Vetta's servant? The irritating one? Yes, he was here tending her just a few days ago. He tried to sneak into one of my rooms and told me a pathetic sob story when he was caught. I had the guards toss him out on the street.
What do you have to say?
Is this your first time to the baths?
No, I'm sure it's not. It's fine, it's fine.
The cost is high, but so are the delights. I might have the skin and bones of a retired scarecrow, but the waters bring youth back, where it counts.
Nope, stuff's that right now.
No matter. I won't let this energy go to waste.
I see you brought your pain, but you need come to ease it. Pity.
Okay.
Aye, if you say so. It eases my pain. More than that is an awful long yarn, and nae lichtly. I fecht in the broken stone war some 2 centuries gone by now. I left the woods of a deer for the eastern reach. I claimed to seek to protect our colonists, but in truth, I sought the glory of battle. Glory were nae to be had. Truth be telt, I hold luckier than most. The Orlands o' Ayr Glanfath wielded blades that sheathed spirit as easily as flesh. Some of mine fellows were slaughtered body and soul.
Come again? I don't quite follow your meaning.
The mind of the Calvin War Surfers.
Aye, that I do. And a downright vicious bunch they are. One weird o' the will of the gods one. A farmer near a Boots log home invited the soldiers for dinner. 'Twas hairst, and the crop was rowdy. She and her man devised us a braw and gusty feast. Deer pie and salmon, a stew of cabbage, carrots, and potatoes, squash roasted with pine nuts, and the sweetest honey bread I ever tasted. The Glanfathans riled the animals. By then we caught the trick, so the captain bade the farmer's family stay within. We skipped into the nicht, approached the thick swine, and the arrows began to fall.
God, huh?
Ah, the shelter folk, hunters and kempers bred, aimed their arrows true, and 2 of us fell immediately. The Orlands rashed us down, small and shady, visible only by the violet flames that lit their blades. We drank it that firm in blood, both sides. In the end, only I remained, standing in the farmhouse door, holding mine innards in, waiting for another cocksfeather to come and finish the work. I only lived because of that farmer. She sewed me up, fed me till I had health enough to stand. She said she owned me, but I think we both conned that we brought the trouble upon them with our presence. The raiders had been too many a slecht at simple farmhouse.
Still trouble you still?
The pine bothered me little in mine youth. I fought ya. I set flames to black trees. I took arms again, the uprising at New Dunreed. After that, little welcome remained me in the new Duke's Kintra, and I travelled northward. Yet with age, the old wounds show new death. By my count, I've suffered 18 arrows and half again as many stabbings. That I yet live testifies to either my stubbornness or that of the gods. I ranged for years seeking a balm for the growing pine. Drink helped for a time, swev for another. Now, only these baths, infused with adra, dull the agony.
Do you want independence?
Aye, I did. At the time it seemed recht. Now, I feel less certain.
Sharing your story?
Aye. Thank you for listening. Few day. Unless there's anything you need, please, let me to mine water.
The cost of enjoying the bathhouse's unique offering is 1,000 copper per session. A prudent question. The bathwaters are infused with hand-refined luminous adra, which promotes a holistic balance of the humors. Because of luminous adra's remarkable qualities, it is also a significant investment to both supply and maintain. Ganor may tell you more if you're curious. He is something of an amateur alchemist, in addition to being a businessman of remarkable skill and insight. Would that it were so. Ganner would make good money, and perhaps I would receive a raise, yes?
Shit, I suppose.
You, I like. We see eye to eye on many things, I suspect. A small discount for you, friend, for making me laugh. 900 copper.
Farewell. She's on the upper floor. Oh, I bet you that's where the... I don't think I even have that much left. That's no good. Sure can't. At least 1,000 on it. I just spent some money getting a rest bonus. And buying cannons.
What are you... Get out!
That's all.
No, I could have afforded it, but still. I still afford it.
You have the wrong room, stranger.
Interesting. Ever found this guy anything anywhere? I bet she's in there. Money. I really shouldn't be doing this. I don't need to get a mission that doesn't cost me money. Actually make some money in this place.
Please, enjoy the bath.
And this better be worth it.
I don't see the point of this. We're just gonna get dirty again when we go back outside. Oh, look at that. It's like a little ocean. Oh, we need one of those for our ship.
See what's in the boiler works. It's the only place left. Besides the old guy who propositioned me.
Sure. I've got it.
Recognize product not to accommodate Alma. Sideways, the plastic seems to go deeper as it goes. I have no idea where I'm going. Or what I'm doing. Oh, the block thickens. Or could I be? For I know I could be stumbling myself into a trap. We shall see. We shall see.
On it.
Here's a friendly samurai pie. Prison work and I haven't chosen to make short work of it. Those fine metal wires nestled among the stones of lightning following the elaborate alarm system would be triggered when removing the stones. Disable the alarm system. Alright, I'm hoping that we'll find someone who failed to trigger alarm. Idea you did that against the last moment. So we level up enough to get through there, because if I start something, no way of getting out of it. It looks like blood. As my friends like to say when I run my games. Staying away from it. That looks like blood. I like the smell of vodka. No, I can't stand it. Whatever's underneath this place. It's big deal. Still haven't found the thing I was looking for. No clue where it's at. Curious, curious, curious.
Your exchange with Amrio was observed. Such behavior is my responsibility. I've tripled his rates until he learns to conduct himself.
Finds his head. Oh, that's positioning me. Oh, okay.
I hope we haven't spent too much time in the baths.
Oh, no, don't look here.
I see. My thanks for clearing that up.
In any case, we hope you enjoy your time. I am helping Herwina to conceive. She came all the way from the Deerwood, and I will see that she returns with arms laden with young.
After the Hollowborn crisis, I wanted no child of mine born in those blighted lands. This place is a miracle. Every day I emerge from the baths as a new woman, and my first child will be as strong as an Adra pillar.
That was guaranteed result.
Is that true?
Do not listen. Luminous Adra is the life of the Deadfire. It can bring life to you, I say.
Please, enjoy the bath.
That's for now.
Please, enjoy the baths. Please, enjoy the bath.
That one day. I can't find this guy's stuff. Well, I tried to find this guy's stuff. No idea where it's at. No clue. I don't even pay for the stupid bath. Although I think that's completely pointless. $900 copper at that. Too expensive. Just wasted. Damn shit. Well, I'll talk to him and see if that matters. I need to talk to the guy again. I don't have much to say. guy's not there.
Hot razor skewers, crusted swordfish.
Huh. Right, there he is. No, it's not. I'm confused. Just an amp in the middle of the street? Seems odd.
Did the Queen summon everyone to the palace?
Akira, I've never seen Haruhi run so fast.
Do you think the Audra Colossus would come here next?
Pray to Cahopa, it does not.
Aye?
Aye?
Well, let's just load. Yeah, he did. Curious.
What do you need? How may I help?
Is it high slow character? Yeah, he's higher level than me. Interesting. What made him level?
Right.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Curious. Curious. Not going to new places and experiencing new things will make you level. But why is this so? I didn't think he would be higher level than other people in my party. But I could be wrong. So I believe this is where the temple is. I think I can. I think Ader's plot involves people here. So.
Seraphin, thought we agreed you'd stay out of my head.
I weren't in your head, lad. You think like an ogre snores. Would be a fool and an half not to make sure them thoughts ain't full up of trouble.
What do you think you're gonna find?
Nothing particular, just, anything.
Intermasters. Bone cave.
I dare you to go inside.
No! Tengalohu will eat me!
So you defeated this ship-devouring beast all by yourself?
I'm telling you, you just have to aim for the eyes. I'll take rain over snow any day.
As the door leaves before you, as it seems held tight, not a breath of air escape. Religious rules, sprawls, lines, guard demon. Inspect the door. No, yeah, a religious guy. An elaborate etching spans the stone's breath, carved faintly beneath several rooms. It depicts a small crowd praying to a pair of giant eels that have coiled around a large door, and a Mara priest holds a disc near the door's face. This artifact blessed by breath is likely necessary intent to open the doorway. His priest has the build of a boulder. His thickest frame stretches his fine robes to the ceilings. You guys with a steady gaze, not
Be welcome.
reading.
We gather to honor the goddess, for we must earn the strength to endure the darkest of life's battles.
Shut your temple.
Akira, rain and wind is a better teacher than any priest. A fighter accustomed to comfort earns only bruises. Each obstacle is a challenge we must answer. These are whetstones that sharpen us into fine blades.
Expect so many foreigners.
It is an opportunity to learn. What good is a fighter who knows how to defend against a single enemy? If we must one day fight one another, such is Margran's will.
Go to the palace.
Follow the path as it climbs the mountain, all the way to the Serpent's Crown. You will see it.
A man in middle years has been a metal tool unlike any you've ever seen. Yes, several similarly strange items on his belt, all quite clean and orderly. They look like tools one might use to pull a tool or shoe, morris, but much more delicate. He wears pristine cream-colored robes. The muzzle of Abracus is visible over his shoulder. His eyes brighten when he notices you. Around your own shimmers with a faint creates an arcane energy. Gloves stretched, stitched into the hands and the sleeves seem to be the source of the effect.
Good day, traveler. I see you've taken an eye to my instruments. If you've any interest in the medical sciences, you need only ask. Well then, questions? I'm a researcher in the medical sciences. And before you ask, no, I don't mean animancy. Neither do I mean magic, nor, gods forbid, necromancy. Medicine. Study of the kith body, its inner workings and such. I've misgivings about magic use. It's useful, I'll grant you that. But it's a crutch. Stunts our scientific development, you understand. Makes me a bit unpopular, as you can no doubt imagine. Which is why I've got this arquebus here.
What do you mean? Unpopular.
A patient of mine died under questionable circumstances. One morning they were fine, and the next, they were dead. Someone is trying to discredit my work, I just know it. But they won't succeed. I came here to the archipelago to evade my rival's attempts at sabotage. And there certainly is quite a lot of work in the Deadfire, I must tell you.
Can you tell me what you learned in your research?
I've told you of my troubles. I suppose it's the least I can do. Settle in now. I've got a lecture prepared for just this occasion. Of course, it will cost you 3,000 copper.
I don't think so.
Should you change your mind, you'll find me here.
Supplies! Get your supplies here!
Hello, Watcher. Fancy a look at the stock? Straight from the laboratory. Have a look.
There's an actual cat that will give you bonuses in combat. Drugs, I guess.
Payment for heads. It could be no simpler, I say. Tell me, are you someone who walks the path that coin lays out before you?
You didn't pay with that, what you mean? You lose the concern to steer me around, that's
in
pretty
death, they steer your soul. But in life, you are bound to coin. Transmuting actions into payment is the alchemy that orders our world. All things turn on the axis of a coin bond.
She says the word. Going to use winding.
I pay bounties so that death can bring order to life. Would you help me continue the cycle? If you would forge a coin bond, I know of people on these islands who must die. Their fate is already decided. The coin wishes only to collect. Dugra the Ascetic is wanted for crimes against his monastic order. His people have made a coin bond for his death. The Orlan wanders the wilderness on the island of Crookspur, northwest of Nekataka. Speak freely, I say. The coin bond is patient. It knows that you are committed to your course. I will be here when you are ready. I am a paladin of the Gold-Packed Order. Since taking my oath, I have never been absent of work and duty for longer than an afternoon. I also enjoy knitting on occasion.
Okay, nice to hear that.
Incense? Offerings for the temple? Shining God, light your path, stranger. Can I interest you in any of our wares? We gathered what we could. Much of our coin goes towards feeding those in need over at the temple. Thank you, sir.
Necklace of fireballs. Oh, that necklace of fireballs really is the classic necklace of fireballs. That's so cool.
Gone, shed light upon my path.
I've been avoiding it enough. Let's go see the Soul Seers. Stare into my soul like I stared into the souls of so many. Let's go to the rooftop. Get the tippy top. See what's going on up there. I think I've completed pretty much almost any quest at this point. Every time I go to a new place, I get 3 more. Every time I think I'm going somewhere, I just get more quests. I can't say it's not interesting. frowns at the table covered in gold copper wires, glimmering our Jar gloves hands, smooth, well-turned, revealing gold almost under her breath. Running his own over hammer, it doesn't match her presence. Excuse me. The woman spins around on you, blinking rapidly behind a pair of brass-rimmed spectacles. Her bright carmine eyes and paper-white skin mark her as one of the glam felons.
Hello. My apologies. I didn't see you there.
Adrian bears a clear, crisp, but difficult-to-place accent. The fellow examines you warily, unease, clear and nerves set in the shoulders. Are you alright?
I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be?
One of her pale eyebrows arches, tugs her gloves and looks away from you. Now settles about her like a brutal shrug.
Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do.
She settles her spectacles on her nose. As she does so, she notices her hand shaking.
I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies?
Settles a crooked smile. You're bleeding.
Indeed. I apologize if you find the sight of blood unsettling. Though, from your appearance, I would expect you to be well acquainted with it. In any case, why are you here?
Accent is civilian. Why are you dressed like one?
Just a bit of culture I've picked up along the way.
Her garment is spotless, relatively overly in style, complete with lace, silk velvet, and brown.
I admire their tailoring tradition immensely. It's much grander than clothing one finds in the White Wens.
As she straightens the cuff of her jerkin, a small look of satisfaction flits across her. Tomorrow, who's your terrorist?
I am, of course.
She puts her hands in her hips and straightens her back. You're an animaster and a seamstress?
A curious mind is an agile mind. Besides, the two practices are more alike than one might think.
I suppose both do require certain careful hands, observation, attention to detail.
Care and patience, yes. It is gratifying to be understood.
She puts a spike of dust in the front of her coat and gives you a lopsided smile. She comes down like a top.
It is a mundane story. I sought out the ship with the longest oversea route departing from the Republics and booked passage.
Though her words are flat and her voice effectless, Yadwin is not calm. She steps her ways from foot to foot, looks anywhere, but your face she is restless, never there, of a horse about the bolt.
I had intended to perform a handful of experiments regarding the nature of souls that could only be done safely at sea.
I have no idea, that must be done strictly at sea.
A fellow researcher. Then perhaps you will understand.
Use her fingers and give you a slight smile. Understand what?
I've long been fascinated by the nature of entropy. Nothing is unaffected by the passage of time, excepting souls. Supposedly. Is it not possible that repeated reincarnation damages a soul? Could the process of reincarnation itself be responsible for some of the many ills that plague the souls of Kith? I deduced that it was possible to escape the cycle. Escape Bareth's grasp. To remove one's soul from the wheel.
That's utter nonsense.
I suppose I was wrong to expect more from you.
Any itches getting on his tires to field study? These are friends that put their fingers on those. Nice words.
I think perhaps that I would be grateful for the opportunity.
Why do you want to travel with me?
I have a vested interest in Luminous Audra, but acquiring it here can be expensive. You have a ship of your own and are clearly well traveled. I suspect I would encounter more luminous Audra with you than I would on the streets of Nekataka.
I'll kill you if you give me cause to mistrust you, just so we're clear. Slightly
Is that so? Then I will endeavor to avoid your ire.
We should discuss the sleeping arrangements.
Thaklat, traveler. I am grateful.
I could pat down on the various public son and the nods.
I have all that I need. You may depart at your leisure.
Goes on, and she says no more.
Farewell.
So instead of killing her, I've gained a party member. Well, that's how you, again, don't get any money, Joe. You're wonderful at not getting money. The best. Here, entertain painting. Chaos remains you over quick.
You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you?
Okay.
Not the coziest space for it, is it? But the open air, the lightning specifically, is a boon. Lets our mages have a rest now and then. Good test of the equipment too. We're working on making it less delicate. Our junior researchers are still a little soft.
What are you working here?
Glad you asked, amico. Very glad. We're very excited about the work here, and we are always looking for volunteers. We've catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to Luminous Adra, but there are some very specific qualities we are investigating. Qualities that a Watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. You're just what we're missing.
Hey, needles. Well, are there?
No, nothing invasive. You'd just be putting your Watcher's gift to use. Here, I'll explain. Luminous Adra has special effects upon Kith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. Rejuvenation, vitality, the kind of thing you sell to people back home, eh? But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence? Consider the talented Cutpurse, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place. The world between. Luminous Adra holds enormous quantities of essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other, across the in-between. I believe we can harness this connection and your natural abilities to transport a person across great distances in a moment.
Yeah, there is sound. I've used the Ultra Track someone before.
Oh, good. You've done some experimenting on your own. A curious mind is a happy mind, I say. Can't mope about ghosts all day. We've collected a number of illuminating readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence. But for the moment, we are effectively blind when it comes to targeting the next pillar. Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it, someone like a Watcher, for instance.
I'm gonna use my connections so I could target a specific pillar.
Precisely right. We've had luck with shorter jumps, but those were as much spellcraft as science. The idea is for you to focus on the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the Adra veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really exciting is, so long as you are holding that connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
Or they could hold things down here, make sure it's safe for you to come back.
The next pill is due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Oh, and don't worry, we paid the farmers.
Alright, let's do this.
Gladly. Very well. You stand there. Ansel, the machine. All right, Watcher. Remember, focus on the beam of light. It ought to be like stepping through a door. And remember, don't...
The thing to tell you not to do always gets cut off. Classic. Classic. Remember, don't do that thing you're going to obviously do. Because they didn't get to hear it. Oh, I wish Olaf was here. Maybe I should have killed that lady.
We actually here, Cap? Or do we just think we be?
great. And gentlemen, ladies, I believe that's where we're gonna leave off in this place between places, in this space between time. That's where we're gonna save and close this out. We should see you next week, where we can get this. We'll see what happens in this grand space between time and space. Good night. Have a great day.